Coach, tough loss the other night in Houston. Does that kind of defeat the way it ended, and knowing that you had it within your grip, does that make it easier or more difficult to swallow?
It was tough to swallow right after the game, but after getting home and looking at tape, we made enough mistakes that we were able to come back, show it to our guys, and say, look, if we were better at these things, we could have won the game. Think about how hard you played, how close you were, and look at the things that we really need to clean up. So last night, Tolly, Fred, Kel, and Kenny watched the tape together and took notes. They came up with 4 pages of things where we had breakdowns. So, my comment was 4 pages is really too many things. Can we correct some of this stuff? Do you understand what needs to be done? And their attitude toward that and their understanding toward that was outstanding. So while we wanted to win and it was difficult to swallow that night, I think we took big steps forward and learned some very valuable lessons as a result of the loss.
Do you typically have your players look over the tape? Is that beneficial in that they become coaches out on the floor as well?
I've never done this before in all my years of coaching, but I told them, we don't normally practice on Sundays, but because of the LSU game on Tuesday, I told them, we needed to practice on Sunday, and then after practice, I said, I got a homework assignment for you guys. Are you free with your academic work this evening? They said, yeah. I said, well, I'd like you to look at this as a coach would break down tape to prepare for practice, and I want you to take notes, and there's a counter on the bottom, a clock, and I want you to write down, at 4 minutes and 52 seconds, we had a breakdown in transition. And I just want you to go through the whole tape and do that. And I want you to see what you come up with and then come give me your impression. Well, they came in today and they were blown away by the fact that there were 4 pages of mistakes. So I think it was a powerful message to them. As good as they felt about their effort and how close we were to winning a game, they were blown away by how many mistakes there were within the game and how many things that, little subtle plays that could have made a difference in the outcome. So I thought it was a powerful, powerful lesson, and we'll probably continue to do it because these guys really have a good IQ for the game and understand. There have been some teams where I could send a tape home, they'd come back with 4 or 5 lines. These guys get it, they understand, and I knew they would see what I saw. So hopefully that's going to make us better.
What did you see that you liked?
I love our effort, and I love our toughness. We competed. When we were ahead, when we were behind, it just didn't matter. You couldn't tell the score of the game by the way we played. We played hard when we were ahead. I thought we played hard when we were behind, and I think that gives us a chance to become a good team. We've got to latch on to that and continue to play hard and just clean up some of the mistakes and hopefully shoot the ball a little better. We didn't shoot it as well as we're accustomed to shooting it, but I think that'll improve.
Obviously, it was Fred Hunter and Anatoly Bose driving that offense. How do you get the other guys involved?
Well, you watched practice today. You saw us work a lot of offense without Fred and Tolly on the floor. I think those other young men are very capable. They're just maybe a little bit in awe of Tolly and Fred, and they want to defer to Tolly and Fred. So I think forcing them to practice without those guys on the floor where they have to go make plays to win games only enhances their confidence in themselves. And then at the end, you saw we put Tolly and Fred back in, and we had much better balance in those little half-court scrimmages. We had guys that, last week would have passed up an open shot, take an open shot today. Make or miss, I think they still need to look for those plays because if you can gang up on Tolly and Fred, it's going to be a long, hard year for us. If we have some balance and some other guys willing to make plays, I think it just makes us tougher to guard. And as they gain confidence, they're going to make those shots.
Northwestern State able to take LSU down to those final few minutes in the season opener a few nights ago. What did the Demons do well, and how do you use that to your advantage?
Well, they forced 26 turnovers, which is something I hope we can try to duplicate. They got 24 offensive rebounds. I'm not sure that we have the personnel to go get 24 offensive rebounds, but I do think we can chase offensive boards. We may not get 24, but we might be able to get 10 or 12. So those are 2 things we need to latch on to. And Northwestern likes to play a fast game, and LSU played a fast game with them. I think we need to control tempo and get the game to our liking, down in the 50s, low 60s, and not up in the 80s.
All right, best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks so
Appreciate it.
much, Coach.
All right.